What does Pornhub pay?
A lot more than YouTube. Welcome to episode 2 of Respect the Drive. I'm Tedward. Beside me is Chris Amos, the Topher of the Winding Road magazine channel. You may recognize his hands from his POV videos.
Should have to be this way.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So Chris Amos restarted the Winding Road magazine YouTube channel some years ago, and I think what we're most famous for is the binaural audio. So how did you go from becoming a photographer on Winding Road magazine to a videographer and POV expert with the YouTube channel?
So that is an excellent question.
It's almost as if it was prepared.
Yeah, that's right. I think we talked about this one. Yeah, so that's what this video is for, is to kind of give some backstory on the Winding Road channel, the why and the how. Basically, the way I settled on binaural audio was it was the best way of recording the inside of the car that I could find. The most realistic way. My goal was always to make a virtual driving experience with the Winding Road videos. Let's say you're interested in a car, you want to know what it sounds like, you want to maybe buy one, and all you can find online are just reviews of people's faces and lav mics, and you can't really hear any engine notes, or the engine note is mic'd from the engine bay or the exhaust, and you just want to know what the car sounds like. So I completely stumbled onto binaural audio in this video called The Virtual Haircut. It was like this ASMR experience where there's someone snipping scissors around your head and you have headphones on and it feels like you're getting a haircut. It's kind of freaky, like your spine starts tingling. And
yeah, when you hear the buzzer come near your ear, I got the little...
Yeah, it's like, ooh.
The hair stood up on my neck because I was like, that's very realistic.
And so hopefully the same thing happens at 9,000 RPM when Tom's driving a GT3.
That's actually the goal of that channel. So
Yeah.
when you invited me to kind of jump into this with you, I wanted to bring to the table cars that weren't simply press fleet, everyday cars.
Yeah, because I film a lot of Hyundais.
We love Hyundai.
I'll be the first to admit it. They send me a lot of stuff. And but honestly, I really liked Tedward's vlogs, his videos, his like owner drives and stuff like that. You know, I don't have as much time to film everything, and Tedward can bring some extra stuff to the table. So at Winding Road, the original goal was basically just to create a huge catalog of videos that featured the driving experience with any car we could pretty much get our hands on. And part of that is just like a selfish journey of my own to find the perfect car, you know, as we all are as car enthusiasts.
That's the beauty of the channel, is that we are basically tasked with a job to drive as many cars as possible.
Someone's got to do it.
Someone's got to do it.
Yeah, oh darn. But the idea goes all the way back to college when I was sitting in my dorm room, and it all kind of stemmed from this frustration that I had where I couldn't figure out what certain cars were like to drive or sound like because there just weren't, there was really bad audio from at least the interior recording perspective of any particular car.
And at the time, this was about 6 years ago or 7 years ago, anything that had good audio tended to have music over it.
That's right. So you really couldn't hear what the car sounded like. And that's why for the longest time we didn't do any talking in videos, because it kind of went against the original philosophy to just keep it pure sound, stuff like that. But then we started running into things where people weren't watching as long, and that affected our views and everything else with the channel. And I thought it'd be nice to bring a little bit more of a personal approach and show some personalities. So we brought Chris Osberg on, and he got super busy with his job, and he hasn't been able to do much recently. Hopefully he can do some more.
We miss you, Chris.
Someday. Yeah, we miss you, Chris. And then Tedward came on, and he's kind of the first person who's shown his face on the Winding Road channel.
For better or worse, because some people say on the silent POVs, what is the value in this? You didn't say anything. And I'm like, that's the value. That we didn't say anything.
Just listen.
But
we do a little bit of both.
Yeah.
You know? We keep it pure, we keep it to the original concept, and we keep it futuristic. We're moving forward. We have ideas and things that we want to do, and I want you to be famous.
So although you might see my face on Winding Road on occasion, it doesn't mean that it's all over and we're no longer going to be doing the silent POVs. Those still are going to be on the table. Chris is still doing them. I still do them once in a while. But we've got to move forward. We've got to not just stay stale, right?
Sure, yeah, no, and Winding Road has always been an evolution. It's been an evolution technically with the equipment that we've used. We've always been tweaking, trying to find better audio, better angles, better point of view experiences. And we finally settled on a camera equipment setup that Tedward introduced me to, and it's freaking awesome. Like, it's optically stabilized, digitally stabilized. It's these Sony FDR X3000s.
Love the camera.
They're amazing.
The best compliment we can get is about, how did you do this? How did you get this angle? And like the most disappointing thing that someone can find out is how we actually do it.
Yeah, it's so simple. It's a hat clipped onto a baseball hat, and that hat clip has like a GoPro mount. You mount a camera upside down on that, and it just mounts right above your eye level, so you can see everything that you need to, but the camera is as close to eye level and centered on your head as you can get it.
And what's interesting about this is that although I've told many people about it, until I showed it on Winding Road magazine, when I was doing POV, I had another camera coming at me.
Yeah.
That's
which
when
looks super weird, but was really valuable.
Comments were like, that's how you do it? And I was like super sorry to really bust the mystery.
Because we haven't done an equipment update video on Winding Road since like 2014, 2013. So I restarted the channel in, I think it was like 2011 when I graduated from college. I was like, hey guys, Winding Road still had an editorial office in Ypsilanti, Michigan at that point. I was like, hey guys, we should start doing some YouTube videos. I have this idea, maybe we should try it with a few cars. And we did, and those videos did pretty well, and we've just literally been running with it since.
So what is the video that you got the most views on, that you can't believe got those views?
Man. You guys can go back and watch this. It's crazy. We got a Shelby GT350 in, like old generation Mustang. I don't know the numbers. It was like super loud. Downshifts would scare old ladies in the neighborhood. It had 600 horsepower. It was insane. It was nuts. And that video, I just filmed a good drive on it. That video got like 20,000 views in a week. And we were like, okay, there's something here. We can link to articles on this. Like, we can do a lot of stuff with this. And then I just started filming little bits on press cars. And I introduced more and more POV as time went on. And it just became what we were known for, and it became a niche that we filled. And I think it's still really valuable in the automotive YouTube space because it's unique. It's not like a hot, and we needed to make it sustainable too. That's really important on YouTube. Is a lot of magazines and publications spent all this money on video production, crews, and equipment, and all this stuff.
And only one came out on top. Motor Trend.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's so expensive to produce quality videos with all these angles and dynamic shots and all this stuff.
And the time it takes. People don't recognize how much time it takes. When you want an exterior shot, that's another car. That's another 2 or 3 cameras.
Yeah.
That's sound people. I mean,
and Tom is a full-time job. I have a full-time photography business that I run. No one for Winding Road Video has ever done that exclusively.
No, and
We've always had other side gigs.
When you see YouTubers out there doing like multiple camera angles, multiple stuff. When I see Sam seen through glass and he's shooting like what appears to be a quick drive, but he's got exterior shots of the car driving. That means he had a friend driving a car and another friend on the back of the car filming it.
That's right. And those videos have their place, and they're great, and they're awesome. But for me, I'm lazy. I don't have the patience for that. And also, I personally think that with the POV angle, you kind of get all the information you need from a car, from the driving experience. And it's nice to be able to feel the car over bumps and see how it reacts to turn-in and understeer and oversteer. And you can, if you're wearing headphones, I don't know how many people actually wear headphones for the binaural audio. Probably not that many, but when they do, they're like, holy crap, my mind was blown. That was amazing. And so that's really important. Like, if you haven't listened to binaural audio videos with headphones, that's the trick. You can have the best sound system in the entire world, but if you're listening to the audio where the sound was actually recorded, you're not getting that 3D effect.
So what do you see as the future of Winding Road Magazine, how we're evolving with that, and what do you see as the future of your personal channel, the Topher?
we're just going to keep filming the best POV clothed videos on the internet. I think that's the goal.
Yeah, you may or may not have introduced binaural audio POV to the adult film industry.
Someone copied our concept like 2 years later. I saw it on the internet.
How did you find that?
I was just on the internet and
it just popped up.
I saw it and I was like, that's my thing, but different.
We chose the less lucrative route?
Yeah, so it's not me on that site. Don't get any ideas.
Not yet, because when the money starts rolling in.
What does Pornhub pay?
A lot more than YouTube.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, my girlfriend will not be happy. Fun fact you don't know about me, I have really tiny nipples. So hopefully that gives you guys a little bit more of an idea on just kind of the roots of Winding Road and the roots of POV and why we shoot in binaural audio and what all this stuff means. Because we've never really explained it before, and maybe it's not as obvious as we think it is. Also, it's just completely forgot what I was going to say there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. Don't forget to respect the drive. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks to our good friend Chris Amos of the Topher and Winding Road Magazine.